One morning, Thomas was feeling ill, so the Fat Controller came with some workmen to check him over.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm afraid Thomas will have to go to the works to be mended. His pipes are blocked and his brakes are worn out. He'll have to get new ones.
Sir Topham Hatt sighed.
I'm sorry, Thomas,
said the Fat Controller.
but I'm afraid we will have to send you to the works. Your pipes will be cleared and your brakes will be replaced. Percy and Toby will take care of your work until I find another engine to help. Percy, take Thomas to Ellsbridge on your first goods train. Henry will then pick him up.
Of course, sir,
replied Percy, and he went off to take Thomas to Ellsbridge.
Toby, take the workmen to the quarry with Henrietta.
Yes, sir.
Percy shunted Thomas onto Henry's train, and he went off to find his work. Percy and Toby took care of Thomas's job while he was away. The Fat Controller was in his office. He was trying to find an engine to help Percy and Toby while Thomas was away. Then he remembered an engine who came to the island a few years ago when Thomas and his friends were on the mainland. So he decided to call the engine's controller, and they came up with an agreement. Later that night, the Fat Controller came over to speak to Percy and Toby.
I found an engine to take care of Thomas's work. He will be here tomorrow. I believe one of you knows him very well.
The two engines wondered who the engine could be. They would find out next morning. The engine puffed into Titmuth, where the Fat Controller was waiting.
Welcome back to Sodor, Jinty.
Hello, sir. It's good to be back.
You'll be taking Thomas's jobs until he returns from the works. Thomas's coaches are already waiting. Hurry along now.
Yes, sir.
And he went off to fetch Anne and Clarabelle. Anne and Clarabelle liked Jinty. He was very respectful, and he made sure not to bump them. He knew that Thomas treated them like a gentleman, so he tried to make them feel as comfortable as he could. He met James at the junction. James was happy to see him, and they caught up until he had to leave. When he arrived at the top station, Percy was shunting some trucks for his next goods train.
Oh, hello, Jinty. It's nice to see you here again.
I'm looking after Thomas's coaches until he gets back.
We really appreciate the help,
said Percy. Then the two engines went off to do the rest of their jobs. Later that night, Jinty came back to the sheds. Percy and Toby were there too.
Hello again, Jinty. How does it feel to be back?
It was very nice. I was very glad to see Percy again.
Percy chuckled.
It's nice to work with your friends, even the friends from the mainland.
Both Jinty and Toby agreed.
Think we should get some sleep. We all have lots to do tomorrow.
Percy and Jinty both agreed. A few days have passed since Jinty came to the branch line, and he was handling Thomas's jobs very well. Even Anna and Clarabelle were impressed.
He handles Thomas's job so well. He also handles us very carefully,
said Anna and Clarabelle.
Could you still be treated with the utmost respect, you know?
Anna and Clarabelle agreed. One rainy afternoon, Jinty was shunting some trucks. Jinty knows how to stop in the rain. When he comes to the siding, he applies his brakes and stops just before he hits the buffers. Jinty pushed some trucks into the siding. The driver applied the brakes, but nothing happened. Jinty banged the trucks into the buffers, and the front two trucks came off the rails. Jinty wasn't hurt, but the buffers were damaged. His driver sighed.
I guess we should have put on your sandboxes before shunting while it rains.
Jinty agreed. And then he gobbled up to his goods train and set off to Ellsbridge. And from that day forward, Jinty made sure to always have his sandboxes on when it rained.